Hello everyone, I've got a new team for you today that I've had a bit of success with, so I thought I'd take some time to show it off. Just before I start with that one though, I did try out Darmanitan and found out it was a disaster. It's basically a lot like Gengar, only, well, it's very frail. It's got some good energy gain, but that 5-turn fast move doesn't do it any favours. So I moved on to this one for my other 3 sets of the day, and it did me really well. So I brought you a whole bunch of matches that I hope you'll enjoy. I'm going to try and put some chapters in for this one, so you can skip to the bits you might be interested in. Let me know if you enjoy that, whether it's worth the hassle or not. And otherwise, let's go on with it. We've got a Talonflame on the lead with Fire Spin, Flame Charge, and Brave Bird. Flame Charge gives us, of course, the attack boost, which is always nice, and Brave Bird is a delicious nuke, and I think that makes it a little bit better than Charizard, particularly for this particular meta, I think. We've got Scrafty there with Counter, Foul Play and Power Up Punch. Scrafty is very, very potent, but of course utterly wrecked by Charmers. So we've got Medicham there to act as our bait. This will draw out in Charmers quite reliably, it's not wrecked quite as hard by them, and it's got Seaking on there so it can do something useful in return. It's not great, you've got a very bad matchup with a Clefable or a Wigglytuff, but a Psychic does often go by unshielded, so you've got something you can do. So with that in mind, let's hop into some matches. We are specifically looking here to bait out any Charmers, kill them with a Fire type and move on. There's a few matches where, well, you'll see. So, Scrafty lead. Solid one, we resist their fighting, we take neutral from their dark. So we're just going to build up and let rip. One of the reasons I like Talonflame particularly for this role is because Brave Bird is a great nuke, and if you throw it first, people often don't shield it. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Because what we're trying to do is do a bait swap. Actually, Brave Bird is, you may as well Brave Bird and go for the bait swap anyway. Costs slightly more energy, but does get the shield anyway. Right, in comes an Electrode. Your matchup with Electrode is actually decent. It's not stellar, but decent. Psychic will often land and do that, but you can actually win with just straight power punches as well. It just depends on how greedy you're feeling in terms of trying to get shields off them. Right, there we go. There's Electrode down. Nice bit of health left. In comes the Talonflame, jolly good. And we'll throw a Psychic here now. They resist our Power Punch. And got the defense drop as well, even better. So I think we might actually be able to farm this all the way down. Nope, they get to attack. So probably just going to let it go now. We've got a bit more health on our Talonflame, and we've got a slight energy lead. I don't think it's going to matter though, because neither is going to get to a charge move. In comes Scrafty again. Of course they're shielded. We're going to shield now because I think we can survive long enough to get to that Brave Bird. Okay. I think we've got to the Brave Bird, but went for Flame Charge instead. I'm not actually sure why. Misplay on my part. Doesn't matter because they shielded and we went down. But now we've got Scrafty versus Scrafty. They've got an energy lead, but almost no health. It's game over now, isn't it? Doink, doink. Scrafty does take each other down quite quickly because obviously the fighting doesn't give you any resistances. The dark is vulnerable to fighting. Alright, Clefable lead. At all costs, we must avoid them switching out here. They're probably going to though. So we're just going to build up energy here. Move into the Flame Charge. Went a bit early there, so we did telegraph we were sending a Flame Charge their way. But that's okay, we've still got the shield. Gained a bit more attack boost, and we're going to go to Crustle. You have to switch out very fast when that happens, because Crustle is double super effective against the Fire Flying. Bad news. Because the Rock and the Bug cancel out, it means you're only doing neutral fighting damage, but neutral's good enough. Medicham is a real beast. You do resist the Rock damage, and you take neutral from Bug, because Bug is resisted by fighting, but this Psychic is vulnerable to Bug. So, you've got to be careful of those. I didn't shield here. I think I probably should have shielded the last one, because you can see it's taking my health very, very low. But I'm going to get a farm down, and the upper shield as well, and I've got enough energy for a Psychic. So, in comes a Scolipede. Now, Scolipede is bad news here, double resisting fighting, but if the Psychic lands, no. It does very nearly one-shot it, but not today. Fortunately, Talonflame does very well, and the bad news is Clefable is also a thing we need to take down with Talonflame. So we have to be quite careful here, because if they can get the Talonflame down, then particularly if we can't take out the Clefable, we're in trouble. So there we go, Clefable's gone, that's good. Talonflame versus Scolipede is a bad matchup because it double resists our fighting. And it hits us for super effective. Oh, sorry, it hits us for neutral with bug, I think it is, because the fighting resists bug, the dark is vulnerable to it. So it's not disastrous, and we do have foul play, and we do have shield advantage. But it's a bit closer than I like. There we go. And obviously they're double resisting our counters. In comes another X-Scissor. Oh, Sludge Bomb. Yikes. Okay, even worse. And this is going to be very, very tight. Just about. Just about. As you can see, Scolipede is quite a strong counter for this. If we hadn't had the shield lead, we'd have lost. Talonflame into Vileplume. Great start for us, but obviously we don't want to keep our fighters away from that. So when they bring the Charizard out, we pretty much have to switch. And actually, in hindsight, that wasn't a great call. Still. And I should have shielded here, because it's a Blast Burn. And yikes. Okay, so we're going to throw a Foul Play in return, and see if we get a shield off it. No, but we do very nearly take the Charizard out. I haven't quite won the switch here. So Talonflame can come back in. They can now dodge our Talonflame with the Vileplume in the back. So we are in a bit of trouble here. Alomomola is of course hurting us with the waterfalls. Probably got Psychic as his charge move though, so it's not as bad as it looks. And I threw the Brave Bird in hopes they wouldn't shield. Turns out that they were anticipating it. So now Medicham has to try and carry the day. It might manage, let's see how it goes. In comes Psychic. Psychic hits us for neutral, so it's not too bad if one of those lands. But we just have two shields in our favour. We build up to our own Psychic, and then we throw the Power Up Punch. We'll see if they want to... No shield, okay. We get the attack boost, that's okay. Go for another shield. The Vileplume will hurt us quite a lot, so what we really need to do is take it out with a Psychic. So we're going to overfarm here a little bit, and again, throw again, hopefully getting the shield. Probably not though. No shield. Okay, try that again. Got the Alomomola all the way down. We built up to a Psychic. Hopefully they are now anticipating a Psychic incoming, because this would one-shot them. And we get a shield. So now if we can build up to a Psychic before they take us down with the leaf. Yeah. Sorry, Razor Leaf. And there we go. Off goes the Psychic with the damage boost from the power-ups, and off we go. The puppers go puppy. Dog's on the brain. I've got a dog. She's very sweet. She just wants to go for a walk right now. Best not say that too loudly because she'll come and sit on me. Right, so Wigglytuff lead. We resist the charm damage. They go straight into a water. So we bring in Medicham. I think perhaps in hindsight I should have gone with Scrafty, but I think it's a safe bet that Wigglytuff will come straight back out again if we win the switch here. Icy Wind incoming, of course, which is a real nuisance to debuff, but we can offset it with our Power Up Punch. They don't shield, of course, sensibly, and we get to another one just in time. We do outpace them very slightly. If you notice in the first one I overfarmed just a little to see what they were going to do. And so now we've got one boost ahead of them, and this Icy Wind will probably take us down back to neutral again. Yep, but I think we're going to do it farm down quite merrily. There we go. In comes Wigglytuff. It's not great for us, but we have just about got to the Psychic. And as I mentioned earlier, you can often land these. Yeah, there we go. So, and switch to Talonflame. Of course, we resist their charm. We're going to go straight into a Flame Charge. Hopefully that's got the water out the way, and they've got no double water in the back. But even if they do, oh, it's an Electrode. Well, Electrode's not great for us, but we are going to stay in, because actually we could do with getting rid of some of those shields. In hindsight, it turns out not to matter because we get the discharge first, but at least the dry on energy. So we've got a standing start here. We've got Scrafty, and they've got two shields against us. However, we've got Power Up Punch, so we don't have to rely on our charge move damage. We can just rely on getting lots of counter damage through, and build up to another Power Up Punch. At this point, one of the worst things is getting farmed down with Power Up Punches, because you just feel so bad about shielding them because they just don't do enough damage. But they do enough damage to take you out, so you end up wasting a shield almost. Okay, so they got to another one. This is going to be tight, but I think we can survive in a discharge. Yes, we can. Good game to my opponent. Talonflame leading into Clefable. Lots of charms in the meta, but that's okay. Electrode comes in. I'm sure this is not the same team again. Well, let's play it out the same way. Not going to shield here. Discharge. Have I put the same reaction in twice, or have I happened to run into the same Same team twice in a row. Anyway, we'll see. Power Punch going through. Doink, 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 doink. And shield this time? Yeah. I did run into several Electrodes, so I think it's plausible that it is. I haven't put the same match in twice. There we go. And we are just about going to take the Electrode down, have just about enough energy to throw a move. What's coming back in? Clefable. I know it was Wigglytuff last time, wasn't it? So Clefable versus a Talonflame is quite good for us. We hit neutral with fire, we resist their charm damage. Flame Charge going through, gets us the boost, excellent. That means our next attack will hit like a truck. Worth our time to shield in that case, because our 20% damage boost is worth hanging on to. And the Medicham Ash doesn't charge up fast enough for them to do it again to us. So they go for a switch to an Ariados, and we go quickly into the Flame Charge. I assume they were deliberately intending to use it as a third shield. If not, it was unfortunate. Because now Clefable might be able to still charm us down, but no, we get to another Flame Charge. Off we go. I should have over-farmed on the Ariados actually. I could have probably got another couple of fast spins, but my health is actually very low, so perhaps just as well I didn't. Next up, Talonflame into Alomomola. Hard lead loss here. This is bad news for us. We go for a switch quickly to Medicham. And it's a Wigglytuff. So they've got the two things we really don't want to see. A Charmer followed by, well, a Water type first, then a Charmer second. Still, we're going to go straight into Psychic, and we land it. Excellent. Medicham isn't as bad as it looks here, because obviously you do still hit neutral for the fighting damage, whilst it's tearing you to shreds with the charms. But it's still not great. But we actually won that one, because we landed Psychic and managed to batter it down with counters. So we've actually won the switch here against our worst case team. And obviously we're not bringing the Talonflame out to face a Water type, so we're just going to go Scrafty and build up to our Foul Play and just Power Punch it, I think. They're going to throw a Psychic almost inevitably, and obviously Dark double resist Psychic, so actually this is quite a strong matchup for us. So it's not actually neutral, it's resisted, but only single resisted. So and we get the boost, but another Foul Play and just do it again. Hopefully they will feel the need to shield here, or, well, not to bring out whatever's in the back. No shield, still, get the boost still. I don't think we can risk farming all the way down, because that water damage is adding up, so we're just going to go for another Power Punch. And it's a Wormadam, so we do quite a decent amount of damage with fighting here, and we resist their confusions. So we're just going to go for another Power Punch whilst we've still got the boost, because that will still do a useful amount of damage. Quickly go for a switch with Talonflame, and double super effective fire against the Bug Steel. They're toast. Sorry. Talonflame, Slowbro. Now this is bad news, because this actually has play against all the team. However, it's not quite as good as it sounds, because both our back row are neutral to Psychic at least, so it's not a total train wreck. We are going to a Brave Bird, and oh, look at that land. Take out Slowbro and go for a quick switch. Slowbro's now on very low health, and another Electrode. Electrode's a good solid one in this meta. I've used it in my previous one. If you look at my other videos, you'll see an Electrode team. And we're just going to go straight into Power Punches, having built up to Psychic, because a Psychic will almost one-shot it. And there we go, nice big chunk of damage. Go for another Power Punch. Don't quite beat them to it on the discharge. Shield that one, and throw a Power Punch. Puppy goes pup. And here we go. I'm going to take out the Electrode, win the switch, equalise the shields, and it's a Scolipede, yikes. Don't show the Psychic. Don't show the Psychic. Please don't show the Psychic. Don't show the Psychic. Goodbye. Game over. I think we'd have still won that one, but it'd have been a lot tougher. Obviously, the Scrafty Scolipede matchup isn't as strong as that. Talonflame is a Talonflame. So here's another one that's kind of ticklish, because now we have to play chicken with your flying sky chickens. Trying to decide who's going to throw a Brave Bird and who's going to chicken out. We shield because this could be a Brave Bird, and it was a Brave Bird, and we throw in return, and hopefully they get a shield off them because this could be Brave Bird. Kablam! Goodbye. Right, into Electrode, we switch out quickly because obviously it's super effective versus our flying, and you've seen this one before. We've seen a few Electrodes today already, so we're just going to play it out more or less the same way. Power Punch going through. If we're really lucky, they'll use Foul Play, because obviously Foul Play doesn't get the stab. Discharge. Okay, well, you do have to shield 1 to keep your health up high, but I'm going to shield 2. I don't know why. I think perhaps because we were taking one other thing out, and they're trying to stay in quite hard, so I'm going to go for another Power Punch. And get the other shield, something that really doesn't like fighting. Health really low. Alomomola. I'm not sure whether it stayed in there, but still. We're going to get a supercharged Psychic to go through. Kablam! And switch into our Scrafty. Not a lot I can do at that point. Good game. And how are we doing for playlists? Oh, about halfway. So, Charizard lead. This is actually quite a rough one, because it's looking at it, it's got Air Slash. So actually it hits super effective against the fighting back row, and it hits neutral against the Talonflame, and they blocked the Brave Bird. That would have taken it out. In hindsight, I'm not sure what my play should have been here. I think I may have flashed this up because, ouch. That was a Blast Burn. They do a lot of damage. Cheeky throwing it through 2 shields, but I guess they could guess I wasn't going to shield. So Talonflame comes back in, and we're going to try and take down the Charizard. Shield this one. I mean, it could be a Blast Burn, I guess. It's Dragon Claw. Oh well, they've got good with the baiting and the calling, so we're just going to shield again because we want to keep this in play, because we don't want to be facing it against the Scrafty. However, now we're at a shield deficit and with a health deficit, and it's an Electrode. Right, so we're going to throw a Flame Charge. This will take a big chunk off it if they don't shield. Excellent, and we go quickly to the Scrafty. Scrafty might be able to carry the day. Let's see if it can do its good work. We've got no shields left, and 1.5 Pokemon to get through still. Not looking good. If we're lucky, they'll throw. No, Discharge. Okay. Maybe we'll get to another one. No, I miscounted. Still, that's taking that out, and 1 Volt Switch can be enough for the Talonflame. Yes. Well, so it goes. I think in hindsight I should have just stayed in versus the Charizard and traded Flame Charges. Might have had a bit more chance there. Depends what they had in the back as well, I guess. I didn't even see that. Right, Talonflame versus Talonflame. The Flying Sky Chickens playing chicken. Such synchronised movements. How elegant. Right, so we're going to build up, and go for a Brave Bird. So, are they going to shield? They are not. Excellent. So we've blown our defense and we've switched out, and we're going to switch into Medicham. Okay, so against the Lickilicky, Medicham's very potent, but the lick damage is quite painful. The Scrafty is actually probably not as good. Still, I'm quite happy with it this way around, because the Scrafty versus Lickilicky in the back is going to be great for us. So we're just going to take out the Scrafty with Power Up Punches. Try and pressure out the charge moves on that Lickilicky in the back. It's going to be able to body slam us, and if it does it on nice low health, excellent, there we go. They can use their energy up taking out the Medicham, because Scrafty is going to do us quite some nice work with being double resistant to Lick, being double resistant to Shadow Ball, and body slam takes neutral, but we have shields. So Power Punch is going to go through, and goodbye. 2 shields each. Yikes. I think that was exactly the team that their team did not want to encounter. Right, Talonflame into Clefable. We quite severely want to stay in with this one, because obviously Clefable causes trouble. In comes Crustle, and look at that, even 2 rocks to cut us apart. So we're going to play this a little bit more cautiously, and we're going to shield the first X Scissor. No, we're not. We're going to let it land. X Scissor hits us for neutral, because fighting and psychic cancel out, and we're just going to throw a Power Punch. We've telegraphed this is what's coming, so they're probably not going to shield. Yeah, sure enough. But we've got our counter damage boosted, and we're going to do that again. And now the health is probably getting low enough that they might want to think about shielding. They do not. Okay, but they're still going to get to an X Scissor, and we're not going to shield and hope it's not going to take us out. Doesn't quite. Excellent. In comes that Clefable again. Medicham fulfills its role as bait, as well as taking out the Crustle, and we're just going to move straight into Flame Charges. I love the animation for Flame Charge. The swirly orbs of death is just such fun. Right, attack boosted. Going to take it all the way down. Try again. Are they going to go 2 shields down on this one? Maybe. They are. This is bad. Maybe they've anticipated what we've got in the back is very, very vulnerable to charm, because you'll see what happens here. This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt a lot. Double super effective charms. If we don't take it down in 2 or 3 hits, we're toast. Okay. Please be enough. Please be enough. Not quite enough. Right. So that was 4 charms maybe, and it's a Castform. This is not looking good. We do have a shield, but it's not going to matter because, yeah. Castform, of course, has the newly buffed Ember and Weatherball Fire, which is quite a solid move type. And we've just not got the health left to really do much about it. Still, Foul Play took out a lot. Maybe with Power Up Punch we could have swung that, but not today. Well played. Good game. Okay. An expert down slumming with us down at 2400 CP. Sorry, 2400 rating. We're going to go Talonflame into Blaziken. Nice solid lead for us because we obviously resist the counters. In comes a Crustle and a bit quick on the switch this time, so it doesn't hurt quite so much with those rocks. And start bashing it with the Medicham. This time we shield because we're respecting the potential that X-Scissor has. As embarrassing as it sounds to say that, it is a move that, yeah. Build up to a Psychic this time though, and fake it out and hope they're, no. Looks like they're not in a shielding mood. Psychic will probably take them out, but I guess they don't want to stay in this matchup particularly. However, we shielded the first X-Scissor, so we should be able to take them all the way down without costing too much health. Excellent. So we've got some energy built up, and a Cherrim. Actually, Cherrim versus Talonflame is also quite an agreeable matchup, so we're quite happy with that. We'll go with Power Up Punch, and build up to a Psychic again, and this time throw the Psychic, see if they'll shield a second time. No, they don't. Okay, so Blaziken in the back. Ooh, this is not looking good for them. And they concede. Actually, Blaziken versus Scrafty would have been a bit better, because obviously they hit us super effective with fighting damage. But I think we'd have still taken it. Ariados lead, vulnerable to fire. Great, that's what we like to see. And it comes to Macargo. Yikes, those are fun. However, the rock is vulnerable to fighting, so we're just going to unload with some power punches. I anticipate they're not going to shield here because they don't really want to stay in this matchup. We're not going to shield either in the hope that this is a Stone Edge, and it was an overheat. Ouch. Still, debuff their attack, so we could get a bit of farming done without them taking us out. And it comes to Ariados, and we don't quite make it to the Psychic, which would have been so delicious, but so it goes. We know we've got a strong matchup. We're going to shield here. It's cross poison. Yuck. In comes Electrode. We switch out immediately to Scrafty because obviously we don't want to stay in with Electric versus our flying. And discharge. We've got shield deficit, so we're just not too inclined to shield just yet. But we do have to stay in at least long enough to take out the Electrode, because if they manage to take down the Scrafty, we're in trouble. So now we do have to shield. And it's not a discharge, as expected. It's a sensible move to use in this scenario, and get it to farm all the way down. Excellent. So we've got a Foul Play loaded. We're just going to unload the Foul Play into the Ariados and see if we get the shield off them. No shield, big chunk of health. That'll do. Go for a quick switch. No, we don't. We're going to throw a Power Punch first because we're switch locked. So there we go. Power Punch going through. It's double resisted, but it doesn't matter. We get the shield. And their health is very low. Oh, they've got to a charge move. This is going to hurt. But it's a Mega Horn, so we double resist that. That's fine. Or is it only single resist? I forget. But still, that should have hurt a lot more. And the Flame Charge goes back. It's a bit overkill, but we had one, so. And I like the animation, did I mention? It's quite pretty. Right, what have we got next? We have Talonflame and Scolipede. We want to stay in with Scolipede with the Talonflame. They switch to Electrode, so we go into Medicham. Is this the 4th Electrode? The 5th? I forget which. We've seen a few Electrodes now. So, Foul Play first. Actually, that's good for us, because Foul Play, I think, hits a little bit less hard than Discharge does. So, that's good. We are going to shield now, because we also built up a huge chunk of energy. And it's another Foul Play. I think they are using the wrong move there, but I don't think it makes enough difference to matter. Power Punch going through. and getting the shield. Excellent. We're not going to take them quite all the way down, I don't think, without them farming us all the way. So we're just going to throw another one and try and get that shield. Oh, got a shield, even better. Right, so we've won the switch as well and taken 2 shields. Brilliant. Okay, what's next? Scolipede, I'm assuming. We're going to get to that Psychic. Oh no, it's an Alomomola. Either way, we probably still want to use a Psychic anyway because we're low health and we've got a boost on us. Goodbye, Alomomola. And in comes Scrafty. Now, if we hadn't won the switch there, I think we'd been in trouble because then it would otherwise be the Alomomola against the fiery Bird of Doom, and Scrafty we trying to take out the Scolipede. And look at that! Look how much damage the Parrot Punch did there. Hardly any. Still, we're going to shield this because X-Scissor, not too bad. Flame Charge coming back the other way. Now, I'm not sure we'll be able to build up to a Brave Bird in time. Perhaps I could have left it a little bit longer, but I don't want to risk it, and I don't think it's going to matter. No, they're going to take us out with a Psychic, but Scrafty's going to be able to handle that quite easily. Oh no, not quite. But we aren't quite going to take him down. There we go. Goodbye. Right, Talonflame into Scolipede again. And their own Talonflame comes out, so we're not going to play chicken with the chicken. We're just going to build up to a Psychic and throw it. I can shield now because I think they're probably going to Brave Bird us, despite the fact they're switch locked. And because they're switch locked, it was a very brave choice on their I think that's what it's called, Brave Bird actually. If you use it when switch locked, you're being brave. So we throw a Power Punch. They're not shielding because I think they want to just go down quickly. I think we'll oblige. We're going to double shield against the Brave Bird and go down to 2 shields deficit, which is a bit crazy, but we've still got some health, we've got some boost, and we've got some energy. So Scolipede comes in. We're going to throw a Psychic now. Please don't shield. Please don't shield. Ah, goodbye. Yikes. Right, so Slowbro comes in, and we're going to do the same again. We're going to build up Psychic, and we're going to bait with the Parrot Punch. And they're not going for it, and I don't think we'll get to a Psychic. Are we? Are we? Are we? Yes, we are. I'm sure I tapped on Psychic. Anyway, obviously, throw out a Power Punch, get the shield. Doesn't really matter if it was Psychic or not then, does it? Still. Now, we're in a bit of an awkward position. We're going to have to take Scrafty in here, but we do resist their Psychic, and we resist their Psychic. Sorry, their Confusion and their Psychic damage and their Psychic move. They've got Water Pulse. Well, Water Pulse is an okay move, but we're just going to start throwing foul plays at them. Hopefully they'll anticipate this is a Parrot Punch. They do not. Well, is it going to do enough? This is going to hurt. Water Pulse takes us out, and Talonflame comes in, and I think we're going to get to that Brave Bird. We are not quite so brave when they've got no shields left. Kablam! Or boom, perhaps is the way to put it. Right, there we go. I think that's your lot. Yep, that was a 4 out of 5 set to finish off. This is just honest 5 back-to-back sets. Sorry, 3 back-to-back sets. I think that was something like 12 wins out of 15, which I think is a really solid show. I really like this team, and I fully expect to get overrun by Charmpits tomorrow and have a terrible day of it. So I might change to something else. Either way, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm starting to really like Talonflame. I think it's kind of pretty and some good moves. And I haven't really used Scrafty before either, believe it or not. I just don't really know if it's got enough play in Open Great League to be worth it. Either way, I've got one built now. And I hope your Love Cup is going well. Today I was having a good day. And thanks very much for watching. If you want to see my next sets coming up, there's a subscribe button for a reason. Thank you for watching and have a good day.